What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and this will be the last video until we are going to be talking about the FIFA World Cup. So in today's video, as you can see from the title, I am going to be reacting to my Premier League predictions. So let's get into today's video and let's go. So like I just said there, guys, I'm going to be reacting to my Premier League predictions, and let's just get straight into it. So I predicted Huddersfield to come 20th. That unfortunately did not work. Unfortunately, West Brom are down. They're going to the Championship. I really did not know West Brom were going to go down. Obviously, they got rid of Tony Pulis, and then Darren Moore came in for the remaining last games of the season for West Brom. I thought they were going to make it out of the relegation zone. It wasn't enough for West Brom, and unfortunately, they're going down to the Championship. Unfortunately, Huddersfield did very well, and you proved me wrong. Very congratulations on that. Coming 19th, I predicted Brighton Hove Albion to come 19th. Unfortunately, coming 19th was Stoke City. Now, I really did not know that Stoke City were going to get relegated. I thought they were a better squad than that. I thought Mark Hughes was doing well at the start of the season, and then they were all wanted Mark Hughes out. He left the squad, and then they brought in Paul Lambert in for the rest of the season. It wasn't quite enough for Paul Lambert and his team. He got some really good results. It just wasn't enough for Stoke. I thought they were going to stay alive, but unfortunately, they're going down to the Championship. Bye-bye. Enjoy the Championship. Coming 18th, I predicted Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth absolutely proved me wrong once again, so congratulations on that. Coming 18th, it was Swansea City. Now, Swansea, they obviously lost Sigurdsson in the season. So, obviously, once they lost Sigurdsson, they weren't going to be much of a threat on other teams, you know. Unfortunately, they lost him and he went to Everton. It just didn't also quite work out with their managers this year as well. Obviously, getting rid of whoever was at Swansea and then brought in whoever else. Obviously, Leon Britton came in, and some other manager came in for the rest of the season, who's now no longer Swansea's manager, and yeah, they're into the Championship, and that's the relegation zone. Let's talk about now from the 17th position to the 10th position. I predicted Crystal Palace was going to come 17th. Obviously, they proved me wrong once again. I think Crystal Palace have had a very good season. They had, Jesus, I can't remember who they had. Can't remember who they had as manager now at first. But they also brought in Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson had some very good fixtures with Crystal Palace. Yeah, you know, they did very well. They proved me wrong once again. I think Zaha's had a great season. So has the likes of Benteke and all these good players that play for Crystal Palace. So really, who came 17th? It was Southampton. Southampton, I thought they were going to stay in it. Thought Southampton were a lot better than I expected. Obviously, they have Mark Hughes now as manager. Is he going to continue as manager next season? We don't know. Really, it was only on a short-term contract. Are we going to see Mark Hughes going to be their manager for next season? Southampton, they've had a okay season, not the best seasons, considering that they've got some really good players in there. They're going to do a lot more better than that. But yeah, I predicted that Swansea City were going to come 16th. Now, I wasn't too far off Swansea going to the Championship. I predicted Swansea to come 16th. I was close on this one, but I just didn't get it right, frankly. I wasn't too far off. Coming 16th, it was actually Huddersfield Town. Absolutely smashed it this year because obviously you proved me wrong and they only just stayed up. It's a good season. Obviously, beat our boys. Congratulations on that, because obviously you've beat some big clubs recently as well, the likes of drawing against Chelsea. I think you beat Arsenal, I'm not too sure. But yeah, you got some really good fixtures against some big clubs. Let's just say I underestimated them as well. So I predicted West Brom to come 15th. Unfortunately, West Brom did not come 15th. They finished 20th at the end of the day. But really, who finished 15th? It was, of course, Brighton Hove Albion. Congratulations once again. You proved me wrong once again, like I said previously. I predicted them to come 19th. It just stayed out of relegation zone and they just escaped it as well. You know, they secured it against us, Manchester United. It hurts when they do something like that to stay in the Premier League for next year. Against Manchester United, they obviously beat Arsenal early on in the year. You had a great season, and well done for the season, and you're staying up for next year. So I predicted Newcastle to come 14th. Now, I thought Newcastle were going to finish mid-table. They had a really good season. Once again, they proved me wrong. They finished 10th. Congratulations on that. You do very well with Rafa Benitez. Beat us once again, Newcastle. Beat, who was it, Arsenal as well? You've had some really good fixtures once again. Who came 14th? It was Watford. Watford They did an okay season once again. I don't think they've had one of the best seasons. Obviously, they played us at the last game of the season. Frankly, once again, it wasn't their season. It just didn't, frankly, work out once again for Watford. They are staying up for next year. Will they be relegated and going to the Championship next year? We don't know. They definitely proved me wrong as well, Watford. And yeah, I predicted coming 13th was Southampton. Southampton, I just talked about them previously. Now, who came 13th? It was West Ham. West Ham, obviously, they had Slaven Bilic. Didn't sort of work out. They had a shit start to the season. Brought in David Moyes. He's now stepped down, and they're going to be bringing in someone like Rafa Benitez now. They want to appoint him. Are they going to get him? It could be possible, but I don't think they'll get him because I think he's done a very good season with Newcastle for this season. We knew that they weren't going to have one of the best seasons, but obviously they are staying up for next year. That's what all that matters, really. I really thought they were going to finish 8th. I predicted them to come 8th. They didn't come 8th, did they? Yeah, did not expect West Ham to come 13th whatsoever. I predicted Stoke City to come 12th. I absolutely got this one wrong once again. At the end of the day, who came 12th? It was Bournemouth. Bournemouth, I just talked about them previously. You smashed it. I didn't estimate where they were going to come. I thought they were going to be relegated at the end of the season. No, they proved me wrong. Well done on the season. You came 12th. I predicted Watford to come 11th. Just talked about them previously. I'm not going to talk much about them. Coming 11th at the end of the day, it was Crystal Palace. I've just talked about Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have had a great season with Roy Hodgson. He did very well once again. Going to applaud them. You know, I've done a lot of applauding because obviously they've proved me wrong. So coming 10th, predicted Burnley, but really, who finished 10th? It was Newcastle. Like, again, I've just talked about Newcastle. They've had a great year. So the next one I got absolutely spot on. I predicted Leicester City were going to come 9th, finish 9th in the season. So that's the first one I've got right so far. So I predicted West Ham to come 8th. Wasn't their season. Who really came 8th? It was Everton. Everton, not the great start to the season with Ronald Koeman, and then brought in big Sam Allardyce. Sam Allardyce has now stepped down as manager, and they finished 8th. It wasn't enough for them. He got the sack, Sam Allardyce, and it's time to bring in a new manager for Everton. And now Wayne Rooney can get his game time. I predicted Everton to come 7th, so I wasn't far off of Everton. They just finished a position below. A few of them close. Some of them, I've got them massively wrong. Who came 7th really? It was Burnley. Burnley have surprised me this year. Well done to Sean Dyche on your team. You're now in the Europa League for next year. What an incredible season. I did not expect you guys to be in the Europa League for next year. Smashed it this year. You've done very well with your squad. You've built your squad together nicely. You obviously got rid of Michael Keane, went to Everton, brought in some other guys. It worked out fantastically, and you brought in Chris Wood. Now, coming 6th, I predicted Liverpool. Who really came 6th? It was Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, it wasn't the best of seasons for Arsenal. It wasn't going great at the start of the season, and then obviously progressing on. Arsenal are losing controversial games. They all wanted Wenger out. He's now stepped down, and now they're hunting for a new manager. All the managers are stepping down and getting the sack because obviously they know they need a fresh start now. Wenger's time is now over. I want to pray for you, Sonny Jim. Well done for you've done for Arsenal, what you've done for the 22 years. It's time for a new manager. Now, I predicted Tottenham to come 5th. Who really came 5th? It was Chelsea. Now, Chelsea, they've just gone and beat us in the FA Cup final. Wasn't the best. They didn't deserve it. We deserved it more. Chelsea, they're not in Champions League for next season. Obviously, Conte is now backing down as manager. He's already left. He's left Chelsea. They're bringing in a new manager now, and it's not going well so far with these managers. 4th, I predicted Arsenal. Arsenal, they finished 6th. I got that one close once again. I didn't sort of get it right. But who came 4th? It was Liverpool. Liverpool have surprised me this year. Obviously, I didn't get it all that spot on. I have been close. But Liverpool have had an amazing season with Mohamed Salah. I did not realise that Mohamed Salah was going to be one of the best players for the team. It's been a real threat for the season. He's obviously won the Player of the Year, got the Golden Boot. Congratulations with that, Salah. Obviously, there's going to be a new winner for next season. I predicted City to come 3rd. Now, that did not work out, did it? Who came 3rd? It was Tottenham. Tottenham obviously surprised me because I predicted them to come 5th. Tottenham, you know, they had some... Obviously, they didn't get any transfers at the beginning of the transfer window. They brought in some players in January because they knew it wasn't working out. He brought in some players. He had a few controversial losses near to the end of the season with Pochettino. And suddenly they just gradually came up the table, finished third, and in the Champions League for next season. Congratulations on that. And Liverpool are in the Champions League as well for next season. Coming second, I predicted Chelsea. I massively got this one wrong as well. Who really came second? It was, of course, my boys, Manchester United. I said at the beginning that I thought it was going to be Manchester United's season. Quite frankly, it wasn't our season because at the end of the day, you guys know who is champions. Coming first, I obviously predicted my boys. That did not work out whatsoever. Again, getting a little bit close, but not close enough. But yeah, obviously you guys know who is champions, Manchester City. Well done for the season. You deserve it. Well deserved to be champions for the season. You smashed it. You only got 2 losses for the season and about 4 draws. So they've obviously made less mistakes. So obviously congratulations to Man City for being champions for this season. You've smashed it this year. But I reckon it's going to be an interesting season next year with Fulham coming up, with Wolves and also Cardiff coming up. Whoever's going to be coming up at the end of this week. Hope you're watching it. It's Aston Villa versus Derby County. We will find out who's going to be coming up to the Premier League. Will it be Aston Villa or will it be Derby? I don't mind either. It'll be a good away day for us. Let's see who's going to come up to the Premier League. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys in a brand new video next week. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. And peace.